Welcome back again, podcast listeners. This is episode 171 of My Third Place podcast here on My Third Place Network. Y'all love this. It's the biggest party of the summer is over, and I must say the entire show left me a little bit stunned. And so we are here to talk about SummerSlam 2024, the matches, what went on, the aftermath on Raw. Joining me on this panel to talk about the chaos are my friends. Menace.
Hi, everyone.
And Becca.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
You're both all in here. I love it. Before we get started, though, I wanted to say that 14K downloads does feel good.
Hell yeah.
Yes, it does. Yes,
All
it does.
right.
I was like, if you guys don't know yet, we are hitting that 15K download goal by the end of the year. Before even the year ends, like probably next few months, and I'm gonna be happier. I'm gonna be happy. I did say before, like past episodes, that I wanted to get to 15K this year before the end of the year ends, and here we are. And on that note, 2 more countries are listening in: Bangladesh and Russia. So thank you.
Holy.
Thank you for listening in. Oh, there's our co-host. There's one of our co-hosts. So SummerSlam 2024 emanate from Cleveland, Ohio at the Cleveland Browns Stadium, hosted by The Miz, which we find out later that the attendance was 57,791. Triple H comes out to introduce the show. Yay, Jelly Roll sings Liar, of course. What do you guys... Do you guys like Jelly Roll? Are you guys Jelly Roll fan?
Not really.
And both me and Minutes are like, not really.
No. I mean, I'm sure he's a great singer. I just haven't gotten into his music.
I mean, there's maybe like only 1 or 2 songs that I like of his. I like him as a person. He's a cool dude. He's a cool guy. But for the most part, I don't really. He did good though. Whatever.
He did good. He did good throughout the rest of the night too. When he came into the ring, that was fun.
Yeah, he performed that good, but
he performed that good. But that was it. So let's get right to it. Let's get right to the first match. Liv Morgan defeated Rhea Ripley for the WWE Women's World Championship in 15 minutes and 55 seconds. So a couple of things. It is the last time we see the entrance of Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio after 2 years in the Judgment Day, and them both coming out together, Mommy and Dom, and
I mean,
it was fun.
I'm sad. I'm sad in a way, but then I'm also excited to see like what's gonna happen.
Right. I was also watching Damian Priest documentary on Peacock.
Yeah.
And they were all saying to each other how they were like a family and everything, and then I'm just like, not anymore.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore.
I mean, it was bound to happen, but like, did you really think it was gonna happen now? Like, Menace, were you surprised that it happened?
No.
Wow.
Because I called it.
She called it. She said.
I said that he was going to try to help, but he did help Liv Morgan, so it wasn't accidental.
Right.
Right. Samantha Irving in the ring with Liv and Rhea. That's like the biggest thing going on right now. That's pictures circulating around Twitter, around the internet. It both all three of their butts just hanging out, and everybody's all like, "Oh, look at that!" And well, of course, Rhea is like perfect, and then you got Liv, and then you got Samantha. It's like the three pillars of the WWE at the moment. Rewatch the introduction again. Samantha introduces Rhea with a smile on her face, and then says Dominic's name with spite, like ugh, and that guy, whoever she's with, Dominic Mysterio. I'm like, oh god. But like, I love her introductions. Like, she gave it her all, and then later on, you see her all disappointed at what happened in the ring with that.
Yeah,
I
saw
cried.
that, and I said, "Same, Samantha. I feel the same way." Throwing up. Yep.
Corey Graves brings up Dom's history with SummerSlam, bringing up the custody match between Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio, and how much better had Dom's life had been if Eddie won. Which, of course, is an inside laugh joke here because people requested this match to be a Dom on a pole match, or Rhea versus Liv for custody of Dominic, Daddy Dom.
Gross.
Nah, gross. Yeah, no.
Gross. Gross.
Yeah,
So
gross.
grossed out. All right.
I'm sorry. He's not attractive at all. Even before he was in the Judgment Day, he's not attractive to me at all. Ugh.
Nope.
He looks just out of place with the mustache. Though it's like, oh god, please shave it
And the
off.
hair, the mullet, the Eddie Guerrero haircut.
Timu. Timu Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
I love it. Liv Morgan managed to dodge a shoulder charge into the turnbuckle from Ripley, causing the latter to injure her shoulder, shouting to the referee that it's out. Taking advantage of the injury, Morgan performed a codebreaker on Ripley, who responded by knocking Morgan down and retreating to ringside. Ripley forced her shoulder back into its socket by ramming it into the announce desk, which was freaking hot.
Can I just say that was such a, oh my god. My heart skipped a beat there for a second. I was like, what? I was like, no, she didn't. And then that just made me like, whew, it was getting hot in there for a second.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah. It got hot a lot for a second there. Liv Morgan went ringside to get a steel chair. Ripley responded by landing the riptide. Ripley then took the chair Morgan had retrieved, seemingly ready to brutalize her, but she was stopped by Mysterio, who told her that she would be disqualified if she attempted to use the chair. I swear to God, I was just like, don't you dare.
As soon as the chair came out, I knew. As soon as that chair came out, I was like, nope. He's gonna do something. He's gonna do something.
For a second, I thought he was going to hit her with it.
Oh my god.
After he took it from her.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, please don't. But then he's like,
you don't want to do this, or you're going to lose your chance or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she kind of did because you ruined it for her.
I mean, even if she did, even if there was an end game over there, what happened at the end, even if she did hit Liv with the chair, she would have been disqualified. Liv would have won. And either way, still. But like, they needed to do that whole thing with him, I guess. Morgan went ringside to get a steel chair. She counterattacked in the confusion, landing Oblivion for another near fall. However, Mysterio then distracted the referee, leading Morgan to land Oblivion on Rhea directly into the abandoned chair before pinning Ripley. The referee turning in count to 3 with Morgan retaining her Women's World Championship. As soon as he smiled, I said, "You asshole.
You
How dare you."
asswipe. Right? I saw her face and I was just so devastated for her.
Everyone.
I yelled at my TV and I was like,
You
sure.
yelled at your TV. Menity, did you yell also?
I was like, I knew it. Yep. Yeah. I was like, I knew it. I knew this was gonna happen. I was like, dang it, I hate being right. But then of course I'm like, you know what? He could have played it off, and be like, oh, I don't know. But then I was like, no. The fact that after she won, he picked her up and kissed her. I was like, ugh, no. I was like, you know what? That's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
It was the nastiest looking kiss ever. It was so gross.
Yeah. And then I was like, you know what? I was like, that's okay. Now they can do the whole Jey Uso storyline. I'm like, I'm for it. I'm for it.
Yeet, mommy.
I want it to happen.
Yeet, mommy.
Yep.
Do you think her and Damian Priest will do something, not Jey Uso?
I think they'll have each other's back. I don't think they're going to be like a romantic storyline.
Okay.
They're just gonna. I think they're just going to be tag team partners because they were friends already before the Judgment Day. And even he did a post when she came back. He's like, I missed my friend. So that's when I was like, yeah, they're going to break up the Judgment Day and those two are going to be together. And then the Judgment Day is going to be everybody else.
Very true.
Like, so I am liking that whole Jey Uso, Rhea Ripley. I would love that storyline just to see it happen. I don't know. I just want to see it happen.
So you basically screamed at your TV. I, on the other hand, missed out on this match because I forgot what time it started. So I rushed to the store to get some chips because I needed food. At the same time, I realized, oh yeah, there's this one guy on TikTok that's always streaming Raw, SmackDown, all the wrestling episodes and all that stuff. Maybe he's doing SummerSlam. Yes, he is. All right, cool. I'm going to watch SummerSlam while I'm on the road. The first match, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. And, the shoulder thing happened. I went in the store. I came out. That whole finish was happening. You guys screamed at your TV. I screamed out at the road. What? What are you doing? No! Yeah. What the fuck is your problem? Oh, blah, blah, blah. And people thought that I was talking about them because, there's traffic and I'm yelling and there are windows down and I'm like, oh shit. So let me put the windows up so nobody can hear me.
Bad road rage.
Right? And everybody was like, are you okay? Like, no, I'm watching this shit. And then that whole thing's like, oh my god. And I'm just like, oh. Yeah.
It was a big surprise. It
was a big surprise. I wasn't expecting that.
But it needed to happen, and I knew it was going to happen sooner than later. I just didn't think it would happen this soon.
Yeah, exactly.
To be honest.
After the match, Damian Priest is backstage at the clubhouse asking Finn if he knew. He says no. But then we find out that he did know.
That's a lie.
Next match, Braun Breaker defeated Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship at 5 minutes and 40 seconds. The match went back and forth with Zayn seemingly, 5 minutes.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Zayn
I knew it was fast, but I didn't think it was that fast. But hey.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, damn, okay. But I guess you guys didn't have much trust in Sammy because Braun is all like used to doing these short ass matches, except when it's tag team. But short matches,
Right.
like they're just gonna like do the whole Brock Lesnar thing with him, I guess. Sane was immediately holding his own despite Breaker's aggression, landing a boot thunder bomb and several other maneuvers. Frankensteiner and avoiding Zane's haluva kick by spearing him. Breaker ran the rope to achieve a high speed and speared Zane once more before pinning him for the 3 count, securing the Intercontinental Championship in his first championship on the main roster. Rick and Scott Steiner, the only family members of Braun that we actually like, that were in attendance cheering their boy on.
Yeah.
Why? What's going on? What happened?
Go ahead, keep going, continue.
I love that. I love that his dad and uncle were up there. Like, yes, his real family. Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
Like I saw when they showed their reaction, I saw like one of the comments on under the post was like, they did them dirty with those seats. And I'm like, they were in a box. How dirty could that be? I mean, I think it would have been cool. It would have been cool if, if Rick Steiner was down there so he could have, celebrated like everybody else. But I was like, hey, they're in a box. They're having fun up there.
And
then, Breaker
VIP
said,
treatment.
he went up there. So
I'm surprised Breaker. Good. Well, I'm surprised that Steiner wasn't down like you said, Menace. Like I'm surprised he wasn't down more and got more involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you also got to remember that Braun's just up and coming. He's not like this big, huge, wrestler.
He's not big time yet.
No.
But he's getting there.
I don't think he ever will be. He'll never be.
Oh, no.
But, in my opinion.
Oh.
But.
Oh. Wow, ma'am. Sounds like you have a serious vendetta with this guy.
With his family, yes. And him. You know why. We won't continue that.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Move on to the next match. LA Knight defeated Logan Paul for the WWE US Championship. 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Finally, someone beats him. Paul was greeted by future WWE Celebrity Wing Hall of Famer MGK, Machine Gun Kelly, who disguised as a security guard and joined him at ringside. He did nothing throughout the match, as well as when he was hanging out with Jelly Roll later that night. He did nothing to contribute. He did nothing. And you guys gave him the video game treatment also? That sucks.
Yeah.
Knight and Paul brawled around the ring for some time before eventually forcing one another into the ring and officially starting the match. It was a 5-minute thing and then 5 minutes. Yeah. Towards the end, Paul went to Kelly and his other allies at ringside. Again, Kelly did nothing. Just the other two guys. Okay, the only thing Kelly did was... Yeah, that's the only thing he did. It was I thought he was this guy took a powerbomb from Kevin Owens on the stage. Come on. He could have done something.
Right.
Yeah.
That just shows that Logan Paul's friends are all weak.
Paul was able to obtain his brass knuckles.
The bravest one was that not KSI.
Speed.
Yeah. He was the bravest one. He stepped to Randy Orton.
Because he knows no better. That guy is insane. He doesn't... oh yeah, let me take an RKO. Oh.
Yeah.
He's a fan. He's oh, let me do it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Everybody's I don't want to get hurt. I was Speed was just I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, How many hits did that do? I'll take it again.
Yeah.
Paul attempted to follow up with Hangman's buckshot lariat, which Knight
Mhm.
prevented, landing the BFT and pinning Paul to obtain the United States Championship, his first single championship in WWE, finally.
Yay.
And I'm still done with him. Like, all right, fine. Like, yeah. Was it the Rock cosplayer?
Yeah.
The Rock cosplayer, yeah.
Or the
I'm
knockoff
over it.
version of Stone Cold, someone has said too.
Oh yeah, I've seen something. I've seen someone saying that.
It's both of
Someone
them.
was saying that.
Yeah, it's both of them at the same time. I'm just like,
It's
I
all
see
good.
it.
Eh.
Go for it. We need a little attitude era style in there. Next match, Nia Jax versus Bayley defeated Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship after 12 minutes 30 seconds. Yes. Who was that?
Nah, that was me. I did that.
What happened?
She's irrelevant, honestly.
Oh my
She has
God.
become so like. I
I love
mean,
it.
I'm not. I was never like a big Nia Jax fan. Like maybe back in the day, like way back when she first started. Like when she first started, it was cool, but like then she left and she's been gone for so long, and then now here she comes back thinking she's the shiznits, and she's not.
Not a fan, huh?
Nope. Not a fan,
You
never
know-
will be fan.
I think
Okay.
I actually saw her wrestle more in this match than just, kind
Yeah.
of use her weight. I actually saw her wrestle. So,
I agree.
and I think it was a good match. I don't know, I just thought it was a little too soon to give her the belt, but,
I agree. I
we'll
agree.
see. But I still
Okay.
say that she's not going to keep it. So someone's going to
Yeah.
catch her or cash in.
You think Tiffany's
cash
gonna
in.
cash in?
Or cash in. But, that cash in, I think, will come later. I don't think it's going to come now. I don't think she's
That
ready yet.
if Tiffany cashes in, that would be the biggest pop. Besides EO doing the cash in, like the princess.
Well, because I saw that on SmackDown, she's like, if you cash in, you're no longer my princess. So I'm like, I don't know. Maybe she's gonna get tired of being
a princess and call herself a
and-
queen. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like,
she's
what?
gonna get tired of like being pushed around by Nia, and then she's gonna be
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, okay, I'm gonna cash this."
Yeah.
Tiffy time.
Yeah.
She'll cash in. I hope she cashes in at WrestleMania. We have about 4, 5, 6 months. Yeah, I hope she cashes in at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good enough time for her to have it too.
Or if she gets pushed to Raw. Either way, like I can see her becoming a face. Like everybody's pushing her and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
true.
she probably want to go on Raw anyway because that's where her boyfriend is. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Next match. Drew McIntyre defeated CM Punk with Seth Rollins as special guest referee. Yeah, blah blah blah. Anyway, 17 minutes. We can skip that.
Anyway.
He says blah 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 anyway.
Like, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, next.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
Tell us how you really feel, Evo.
Over a friendship bracelet, really? I'm like, bro, just You can make a new one.
Well,
You can make a new one.
is Seth told him, "I'm not messing with you. I just saw it on the ground. I picked it up." You know, if he actually probably could have won that match, to be honest, he could have, because he was, he had his finisher about to hit on Drew, and then he saw that Seth had the bracelet, and then he went crazy. And I'm like, you know what? You did it to yourself.
That's very true. That's very true. But also, again, I don't know.
The match was 17 minutes too long. If you were going to do this the entire,
like 2 seconds or what?
at least a short match, if it was gonna be about a bracelet, at least like make it. They should have just like cut off some stuff. But
you mean it should have been 5 minutes and 45 seconds?
Sure, cinematic, but they want to be all cinematic about it, and like, here comes CM Punk looking at Seth, as like looking down at his wrist, like, why are you wearing that? And I'm just like, oh, I get it. Okay, fine. And I'm like, this is the only match. This is the only match where I'm like, who's gonna win? Oh shit, okay. And then Drew wins. I'm like, really? All right. Throughout this match alone and the first match, they made a big deal to showcase the referee cam for like a little bit on the first match. And it's like, oh, look, referee cam. Didn't showcase any of it until this match here, Drew and CM Punk.
And even with the, in the first match, they didn't show anything.
There's like,
from the ref.
A bit of it.
And
they
then,
did for like a bit of it.
Didn't.
Oh. And then I was like, okay. Then they showed when Seth was, coming down to the ring. And then they showed a couple times, before the match started. But I don't know. And why didn't they have all the refs wearing it? It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I didn't see all of them wearing them.
No,
I only saw the first.
It was just Seth and the first one.
Yeah, the first one and Seth. That's all I saw. I didn't see any other ones wearing them, and they didn't bring them up again the rest of the time.
Oh.
So what was the point of that? Nothing at all. Just
there was no fucking point. There was no fucking point.
No point to it at all. And I'm just like, so that's it. There's no more of that. Yeah, I guess the right person won, but
he did.
Of course, it's never over with.
Yes.
It's never over with CM Punk, of course. Like,
nope.
Bad Blood. I'm thinking Bad Blood. They're gonna make it. They're gonna do a Bad Blood match, and it's gonna be bloody and all this stuff. And I said when I was watching Raw, I said, like, all right, so now what? Drew's now the new special guest referee for Drew or Seth versus CM. Is that what's gonna happen next? Are they alternating between all three? But then,
I don't know.
But no,
because they're gonna make it a triple threat match. They're gonna just have even though nobody has a title, that's what they should do. Yeah. Just let them all get in there together.
Yeah. Gunter defeated Damian Priest for the WWE World Championship, 16 minutes and 40 seconds. In the closing moments of the match, that's not it. You know what? The entire match was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the banger of the night.
25 chops between them both. The reason why Gunter was split open on his chest was because the night before he fought Finn Balor, and Balor just slapped the hell out of him, chopped on him, leaving him marks. And then even the kicks from Damian is just like, brutal. and then like somehow one of those slaps ended up taking the skin off of that little mark right there that he had from Gunther, and like all this blood started coming out. Somebody has
they
said,
cut it open.
"Oh God, yeah." Somebody has said Damien was the first one to actually look at the replay on the screen and figure out what the
Yes. Yeah.
it's like. Hey, it's
Which I was like,
time for us to
oh,
normalize
really?
that.
You know?
Yeah. Finn comes out and we think he's cheering him on, but we all knew, even the guy in the front row was like, "Don't you do it!"
Yeah, I know.
I know,
Fucking
I saw
shipping.
that. I was like, wait. In that moment, I knew. I was like,
Like there's
Yep.
like that
As
one
soon as
guy.
he rolled him over by the ropes. I was like, that's when it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's that one guy that stood up, and then the entire row stood up, and I'm like, if something were to ever go south, these guys right here would be the ones that come out to the ring and like attack fucking Finn. Like, damn, this is gonna be about to be a riot with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
The 25 chops, the kicks, the forearms, they were rough. Gunther deserved this. Like, he finally deserved this. I don't think he'll be like a long champion. Like, I was like, all right, he'll have it, lose it, regain it again, lose it, regain it again. He'll be one of those like not longest, but like long enough to have a reign, and then lose it, and then come back and regain it again.
I agree.
Because we just did that with Roman. We just did that with Rhea. We just did that with Logan Paul. Now we're doing this again after doing the Intercontinental Championship belt with him, and the United Kingdom Championship belt with him, and I think probably the NXT one. No, that's it. NXT UK, and that's it. And
yeah.
Longest reigning. He can, like, we've seen him for like the past 5 years just holding belts. That's it. So, like, if he holds this one for like at least the entire year, okay, fine. Let's see what happens the next year. But don't do it like they did with Roman. Just like keep making him like championship material and keep giving him matches to face. Main event. Cody Rhodes defeated Solo for the undisputed WWE Championship. Bloodline Rule match. Longest match of the night, 29 minutes and 10 seconds. Before entering the ring, Rhodes met with Arn Anderson.
Holy toad.
Yeah, I know, right?
How long you cut out on my end?
Again, another match that could have been like cut short.
I said, how long was the match you cut out on my end?
Oh yeah, how long was it?
29 minutes and 10 seconds. It was like,
wow.
Also, that could have been cut short for some reason. Well, no. Like, I understand why it was like long, because there was that 5-minute intro of Roman at the very end.
I feel like that was just really long. That was really long.
It's always long. It's always long.
They have to make it long, right?
Yeah.
Before he made his ring debut appearance, Rhodes met with Arn Anderson, making his first appearance at WWE since 2019. Hey, where's he been all this time? AEW. Assuring Rhodes that he would have backup in the match. Like, we haven't seen this guy in forever. AEW. After battling back and forth between Rhodes and Sikoa, with neither side gaining an advantage, Rhodes eventually managed to land across Rhodes before being attacked by Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga, who savagely beat him. Rhodes was then assisted by Kevin Owens and Randy Orton in turn, who chased away both of Sikoa's allies, brutalizing Sikoa with steel steps. I actually thought it was going to have the same thing that happened with AJ Styles was going to happen here. Just like, he's turning into Homelander, just like throw the steps at him and Solo be like, I quit, no!
Yes.
But here we are.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
But here we are, right? It went a completely, like, different way.
Rhodes was then attacked by Jacob Fatu, who threw out Rhodes into the announce table before landing a frog splash from the turnbuckle, seemingly injuring himself and Rhodes in the process. That ankle.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't look very pleasing.
No. I'm like, from someone who has ankle problems, I'm like, I feel him completely.
Screaming and screaming and screaming, and then yelling at Solo, finish the match, and finish the match.
Mm-hmm.
He threw him in the ring, and before he could even, like, go for it, Rhodes is able to respond with a Cody Cutter, leaving the two of them immobile on the floor. And then the crowd erupts. Like, we see it in real time. We've probably seen everybody's reaction. Twitch reaction, too. Oh my god! Like, okay, buddy.
I was seeing like footage of people, like videotaping, like, oh, let's bring Roman back. Roman needs to be back, and then here he comes. Like, what?
I knew it.
Yeah. Me too.
Because
I mean, I knew he was gonna come back at some point, but I really, honestly, like I said, I didn't know it was gonna be then. You know, like, it's been a long story. They've been doing this storyline for how long now? So, and, you know, they got rid of, what's his face, Paul Heyman.
Yeah,
so, you know.
Okay, so was it just me, or did I hear Arn Anderson say he has two boys in the back? And then two other ones that he knows.
Yeah.
So Roman is one of them. Who was the other boy?
I don't know, because unless he was talking about
Jimmy.
I heard that Jimmy was supposed to return, but they said they figured they would boo him because they wanted Roman. So we knew KO and we knew, Randy Orton.
Yeah. He took, as soon as he comes out, he looks at the crowd. He gets a huge pop. He, like, even like Michael, like, whose side is he on? Like, is he here for Solo? Is he here for Cody? He gets in the ring. He, like, immediately Superman punches Solo. Goes to his corner. Does the tribal freaking yell and goes for the spear on Solo. Looks over at Rhodes and just, like, stares at him, just like, all right, peace out. So he walks out and then turns back to look at Cody, like, all right, dude, finish the fucking story. Finish the match.
Finish it. Like, finish the match. Like, here, I helped you halfway. Now it's your turn to finish it. Like, which I'm really shocked. I mean, I'm shocked, but I'm not. Like, the not part is basically because, like, he's probably just was really annoyed. You know, he's like, okay, well, I'm the only original tribal chief.
Oh, Tisu. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm kind of glad though, but we'll see how it pans out, how the storyline pans out now.
I was really surprised because I thought Roman would go back into the ring and do something to Cody, So I'm like, don't turn your back on Roman, So I'm glad that Cody, kind of kept his eyes on Roman to make sure he wasn't going to try to do something.
Right,
sure.
right.
So Cody wins. He gets the win, and then the ending shot is of Solo screaming. And I for sure thought it was Jacob, and then, like, wait, what? Was that Solo screaming and not Jacob? Jacob's in the background, just I'm like, why isn't Jacob screaming anymore? Fucking ankle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Pictures of Jacob appear later that night of him in a boot. He didn't fracture anything. He's just like, they put him in a boot to sell the move. He needed that little time down so that freaking, like you said, if he wasn't down, then Jimmy would have came out to boo probably, and then the other one would have been Roman. But Roman came out. They told Jacob, like, stay down.
Right.
Yeah.
Little bit after the match, after everything, when Cody is celebrating his win, there's video of Solo going to the back and like realizing he's not the tribal chief after all. Even
Never was.
staring into the camera and all like, so my time is done.
Yeah.
Like that little shot of him staring into the camera, it's like meta, and it's like, well, that's all, folks.
Well, they're going.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Then.
That's the story.
He's back.
So, let's talk about that SmackDown later. After that, we get the SummerSlam post show, or as I like to call it, Triple H's podcast, because that's what it was.
Yeah, really.
This man can talk. This man can talk. I'm like, fuck. If he were to do these type of promos back in the 90s, it's like, there's no way of him getting out of the fucking ring at all. Man.
Right.
Let's see. Next year, SummerSlam will go for 2 nights. And then they will see how it holds. So maybe 2026 and in the future, they have 2 night shows for every major event. Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. Hope maybe King and Queen of the Ring. Who knows?
I hope not.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. That's what it was like. They're trying to see how, money-wise, how it goes. Because if it does work out, then they're going to continue doing it after 2026. 2026, we heard that it was going to be the 2 nights of SummerSlam in the Twin Cities. But
all right.
Actually, they're doing it next year. They're not doing it in 2026. They're starting it in 2025, but they're telling you 2026 we're going to do it at the Twin Cities, and we're going to have 2 nights. But next year we're going to do everything 2 nights. 2 nights of Royal Rumble. It was like, oh, so, and I get it because night 1 women's Royal Rumble, night 2 men's Royal Rumble, and then 7 matches on each card. WrestleMania, 8 matches on each card. Yeah. King of the Ring, night 1. Queen of the Ring, night 2. SummerSlam, night 1, night 2. Survivor Series, night 1. With the cage match. War Games. Possibly 2 brands, or possibly just 1 brand in the men's, and then the next night the women's. And what's at the end of the year? Oh, day 1.
Well, they did day 1 as Raw because they didn't do it as a PLE.
Right.
But they might do like Clash at the Castle again. We'll see how, Bash at Berlin does. I don't know if they want to do it in Berlin every year.
It'd be the same as going to like Puerto Rico. How they had a big pop for Selena Vega. They're going to have a big pop for Gunther here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He also said a lot of stuff that would happen.
Ludwig will have a match then, too. Him and Sheamus.
Oof. Monday Night Raw Aftermath. The Viper interrupted the Ring General's celebratory promo to reveal himself as the number 1 contender, citing the inconclusive and controversial end to their match in the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. Gunther will defend his newly won World Heavyweight Championship against Randy Orton in Germany on August 31st at Bash in Berlin, as we found out in the opening segment of Monday's Raw show. August 31st. You guys are available for the 28th, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gunther accepted and ended his promo by claiming nothing could catch him off guard, to which the Viper replied by saying he wanted the champion to see his RKO coming. An infuriated Damien Priest marched to the ring and called out Finn Balor in response to the shocking betrayal that cost the Archer of Infamy the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. The Prince understandably wanted nothing to do with his former tag team partner, instead addressing him via video. He revealed that Priest will battle JD McDonagh later Monday night, while he waited for the perfect moment to take out the former world champion. And then from there, Balor introduced the new Judgment Day, which included McDonagh, Dominic, Liv Morgan, Carlito, and himself. Also
I feel like
saying that...
Valor.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I feel like Valor's just hiding. He knows that he's gonna get smashed, and he knows that he's gonna get, hurt so bad that that's why he was on video. That kind of made me mad, because I really wanted to see them, go head to head, but I think it's a little too soon anyways, so.
It is too soon. Do we see this at Bad Blood, or do we just see this in Berlin?
Berlin.
I think Bad Blood, just because I think, Bad Blood, just because I think the way that Finn was talking, he wants to wait till Damien thinks he's, got a handle on things, and 2 weeks from now, he's not going to have a handle on anything. He's just going to be causing so much chaos. Yeah. And the Judgment Day is just they're all going to get smashed. Every single one of them.
Also, Finn says that he took out the egos from Judgment Day, basically both Rhea and Damien, who said that they were the leaders, and he says, there are no leaders in Judgment Day.
Okay.
But yeah, Finn was like, the new Judgment Day. Okay, so you're establishing yourself as the leader.
Right?
TV Judgment Day?
The Wish Judgment Day.
Wish.
Which version of Judgment Day?
The Wish version, yes.
So we got Finn Balor, JD McDonagh, DTD Carlito, DTD Dominic, and then Liv Morgan.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because do you think they'll add more members?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
That's it right here?
I think they might end up kicking Carlito out at least. Or
Can we switch Carlito with someone else?
I know, right? Can we just get why?
Okay, so this Judgment Day versus Damien Priest and Rhea Ripley. Who else are they getting on their team?
Jey Uso.
Okay, so
he's their ally.
Jey Uso. Who else?
He's their ally. Let's see who else.
I don't know.
Well,
R-Truth.
Yeah, maybe Awesome Truth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome Truth. If he's available, I want to say if he's available, he could call in a favor and get Bad Bunny.
That's if Bad Bunny will forgive him.
That's true. Oye, primo, oye, mano. And oh god, these two. Wepa.
Yeah. But I will say that Bad Bunny is pretty good. He's a pretty good athlete.
He is.
He is. He is, for being just a singer. He's done really well with his stuff.
They I don't know who said it. I think it was Michael Cole, or I don't know who did it, but called Damien Priest and Rhea Ripley the Terror Twins.
Oh,
The
yeah,
twins
yeah,
of
yeah.
Terror. Okay, so that's a lovely ass name. The Terror
Mhm.
twins. Like,
Well, they also call themselves that. They had
okay.
Yeah, they did.
on one of his vests, it says Terror Twins on it.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm for it. I
Right.
love it.
And in the main event of that Raw, Joe Gacy, Dexter Lumis, and Eric Rowan defeated Chad Gable and the Creed Brothers in a six-man tag team action. The Wyatt Six made their in-ring debut Monday night in Baltimore, the site of the Wyatt family's first appearance 11 years earlier. They entered as Shattered by Code Orange played the theme song created for Bray Wyatt during his last WWE run. Creed Brothers and Chad Gable, known as American Made, dominated the majority of the action by isolating Gacy and working him over, utilizing quick tags to their advantage. I love how Gacy is flexible enough to do the stretch, the one that
Yes.
Bray Wyatt used to. And like he did that, and I said, "It's like, yep, there he is," because he did it in out on NXT also, and that's when we all like realized he should jump to Raw and like hang out with Bray Wyatt.
Right.
Eventually, Gacy made the tag to Rowan, who obliterated competition, stopping to pay homage to the late Brody Lee, Luke Harper, along the way with the yeah, and did hit Luke Harper's move. Joined Lumis and Gacy in earning the win. Uncle Howdy and Abby the Witch watching from ringside. After the match, people were still recording from their phones and catching Gacy hugging both Rowan and Uncle Howdy, who had joined them in the ring to celebrate and point at the sky to celebrate Bray Wyatt. And that is lovely. That was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, that was.
Okay, so predictions for SmackDown.
The tribal chief will be there.
Yeah.
The real one.
Yeah, he'll be there. The real
Fine.
one.
Yeah.
The OG of the OGs.
Yeah.
Finally.
And I think he's going to, at the press conference, Cody said, Roman deserves a shot. I think he's going to be like, good. Berlin.
Not yet. No. What? Because I'm going to root for Roman to win. Did he say that already? Like, damn. All right. You're a death wish, buddy.
I know, right?
Unless the entire this Bloodline 2.0 interfere and cost Roman the belt, and then we get a whole, all right, here comes Jimmy, here comes Jay, not Jay, Paul Heyman and all them. Like, we need Paul Heyman back. If Roman comes back, we need Paul Heyman to be by his side.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be back with him soon.
Oh, yeah. We'll see that. Maybe.
It's been, what, a month since he got put through the table?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll be back. He might have a neck brace on. But
the correct way to wear a neck brace, not move your neck.
Yeah, I
know. So predictions for him when he comes out, he's just gonna like call out the other Bloodline members and be like, "Get in line."
So what were you thinking? That's what I'd say. What were you thinking?
Yeah. What were you thinking? Like, what the heck?
Well, too, because, he's going to be like, I heard what you said, Solo. Explain.
Explain yourself. Yep. Explain yourself.
Have the Tonga twins just hang, because that's what they are, the Tonga twins. Have the Tonga twins just hanging out in the back, just like looking at Roman, because one of them had beef with Roman a few years back on Twitter. So,
oh yeah,
yeah, you're right.
I think it was Tama. Tonga, one of them. Not the one with the eye patch, the other one though.
Okay, so yeah,
the crazy one, the first one,
the real crazy one, yeah.
So,
MFT.
So So when because they weren't even around in the ring when he showed up. So when like Friday night happens, I'm just gonna like watch him be like, "What's up?" It's like
Yeah,
waiting for it.
exactly.
And hopefully, if something does happen here where they start attacking Roman, here comes Jimmy. Here comes,
Yeah.
and they look over at Jacob like, "You're my brother." No, I'm not.
Mhm.
You're my
And that's
brother, not no more.
And that's where all the everything starts cooking. We get
Mhm.
Tonga Loa, Tamatanga, Ikaleo, who else? Zilla. Like every one of them just come out of the woodwork, and they have like a
Yeah.
fucking
Bloodline versus Bloodline. It's Survivor
bloodline
Series.
Civil War Survivor Series. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nike. Could you imagine? Wow.
That would be amazing.
Okay, your device is running low.
Uh-oh.
Mini. May not have enough storage to continue recording. Have to clear out space to continue. It's almost over.
Okay.
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 All right. Before we go. Netflix. Again, I love talking about Netflix. What's the first curse word, and who says it?
Fuck.
Who says it?
Seth Rollins. Seth fucking Rollins.
Oh, God.
Do you know who I am? I'm Seth fucking Rollins, or is it Samantha Irving?
Oh.
Saying,
No, it's Samantha. Samantha's gonna be saying it. Seth fucking Rollins.
I love that.
Oh, my goodness.
Sorry, dear.
At least, CM Punk made it a point to say, like, if somebody says it, it loses its meaning. Because they say bitch already, they say shit, they say some of the words. But if someone says it, it loses its meaning. Like, if someone says it all the time, it loses its meaning. It loses the whole thing of why they're on Netflix. So, like, maybe throughout, sprinkle it here and there every few weeks. You know, have like a big thing. Somebody said, have Triple H come out with Shawn Michaels and have them do the DX State of the Union address and actually say those words. Bitch,
Right.
like, these are the words that Netflix has told us that we cannot say, but they're gonna say it anyways, and blah 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 blah, and they say them. Seth fucking Rollins, Samantha Irving, LA Knight, F yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah.
I don't think he will because he's going to be on USA.
Oh, that's right.
Remember, Raw is
right.
on.
And then they're moving to Netflix, and then they're moving to USA in September. NXT to CW in October, and then Raw on Netflix in January. And I'm just like, I'll have CW. I can have CW, but I'm just gonna have to watch these online. So it's all good. So yeah, I can't wait. All right, you guys ready to go?
Yeah.
You guys
I'm good.
Yeah, let's go. I miss doing this. We should do more wrestling stuff. I miss wrestling talk again.
I know, me too.
Welcome to another episode of From Under the Apron.
Oh.
No, it's not working. It doesn't work.
I mean,
like
I
that
love
anymore.
it. I love that. But remember,
It's too
M3P
late.
Network. I know.
M3P. We'll do another one. That's going to do it for this week. Join us next week for more brand spanking new episodes. If you want a little bit more, follow and support us on Instagram, the Threads, YouTube, M3P Network on Twitter. New things we just discovered. You can leave a comment on the Spotify account. Just go to the episode and you want to listen and click on the new show notes. Scroll down a bit and you will see that you can leave a comment. Thank you, Becca, for telling us about this. I keep reading new comments every day. Please send us
Yeah.
your comments. This could be a good thing or a bad thing. It's a good thing for me. I want every listener to go and leave a comment. Go back to the first episode if you like and leave whatever comment you like, good or bad. If you want to hype up your podcast, music, whatever, I'll read it on the podcast. Follow and join the lives on TikTok at Evolution of the Geek by subscribing and join us. Show up to the live stream to hang out with the rest of the M3P community, and I will shout you out at the end of every episode. I'm not going to do it right now. Let's do it next time. Thank you for supporting, listening to the podcast, join the TikTok live, and being a huge part of my third place community. Let us know if you want to watch us live on Riverside. We'd love to have you in the chat and interact with you at the same time. So tell your friends and join us next time for more behind the scenes stories, movie and TV show reviews. On behalf of Becca and Menace, thank you for stopping by. And remember, we are here. I don't know what was the old. What was the old one? What was the old one from?
Under the apron.
I don't remember either, but
Thanks for joining.
Thanks for stopping in from Under the Apron.
That's right.
Bye.
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 That was great.